Good morning, y'all. Just a bit of tea before I start breakfast, and I am so looking forward to breakfast. I'm just making this, I guess a ricotta spread, you would call it. I don't get to make it often since my husband is allergic to soy, but I'm making this for myself this morning. So it's just some tofu, nutritional yeast, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, a little apple cider vinegar, and some Italian seasoning. And I pretty much do this all to taste and blend it up, and it becomes so wonderful. And that's just some olive oil I'll put in there. Make it nice and smooth. You know what the fat does. Okay, so now I'm just toasting some bread I baked the other day. Just so good. And I'm gonna spread some of this ricotta on here to dress it up. The longer you let this sit in the fridge, the better it tastes. So making it ahead of time is really advised. And now I'm just adding some toppings. So I'm just gonna use some red onions and some tomatoes. I just love this. It's so good, y'all. Breakfast is ready. Yum. So for the second day in a row for lunch, I decided I wanted chickpea salad. So I'm just mashing up my chickpeas, gonna add some Dijon mustard, some vegan mayo, which I don't know why my camera flipped weird, some sweet relish, some celery that I keep in a jar of water. I'm gonna just chop it up and put it in there. Some red onion, just so good in this. Old Bay seasoning, which is great for the seafoody taste. Some garlic, onion powder, salt, and pepper. And then I'm just gonna mix this up. And I usually blend up a nori sheet to put in here, but I wasn't really feeling it today. I didn't feel like doing it. So I just kept it simple and let the nori sheet out because it reminds me more of a tuna salad when I put the nori in there. It has more of a seafood feel and flavor, but I didn't need it today. So I just went with this. Just mix that all up. It's nice and creamy. Then I just put in some salad in a bowl and just putting that right on top of it. And it's so good, and just like the spread I made for breakfast, the longer you let this sit, the better it tastes. But of course you can eat it right away. So good. Okay, I decided I wanted to make a candy bar. So I got some dairy-free chocolate, a little teeny bit of coconut oil because I don't want to have to keep this in the fridge. And I'm gonna microwave this in 30 seconds at a time and keep stirring it in between until it melts. And after it gets nice and smooth like this, I'm gonna add in some unmelted chocolate actually. And that's gonna help it remember to keep its shape outside of the fridge. So I'll just add in a few chocolate chips and mix those in. And then for some crunch, since we can't use nuts in our house really. A lot of the people in here are allergic. I decided to use some pumpkin seeds, and it tastes really good with pumpkin seeds. I just love it this way. And then I just spread this out really thin on a piece of parchment paper, and I put it in the fridge to set. It'll take about 20 minutes. I guess I couldn't really wait so long, so it wasn't all the way set when I went to eat it, so it was still a little bit bendy. But if you let it sit long enough, it'll have like a nice little snap to it. And it reminds me of Hershey bar with almonds. I don't know if you've ever had that, but it's so good. And the last thing I decided to eat was some curry for dinner. And I also packed this for my husband's lunchbox for work tonight. And this is one of those curries. It's not like the typical yummy coconut creamy curry, because we have coconut allergies in our house. And it's also a put in whatever you have type curry. So I don't have like potatoes and such. So I just used some onions and peppers, and I had some frozen broccoli and edamame. So I put that in there. And I also had some frozen peas and carrots. So I added that to the curry. So I put in a little cumin and some curry powder, but not a whole lot since the kids are gonna be eating it. I didn't want it to get too spicy and then they not be able to handle it at all. So I did that, and a little salt and pepper as well. And then to replace the coconut milk, I actually added a little bit of oat milk and some water. And it was a little watery, so I decided to put a little bit of cornstarch in here to thicken it up so it'd be more like a creamy gravy. And that actually worked out really well. I actually ended up having to add a little bit more water to it to loosen it up. And this is how it turned out. So yeah, those are all the things I ate today, and I'm not gonna eat anything else because I've been trying not to eat after 6 o'clock. If you see something you like, I hope you try it out. Hope you come back to the channel and check me out for more. Thanks for watching.